Welcome to the Delaware Mortgage Rate Weekly Mortgage Market Update for the week of September 15th, 2014. Hello, I'm John Thomas with Primary Residential Mortgage, here to give you an update. Well, last week was not good for mortgage rates. Delaware mortgage rates actually moved higher all week and moved back to levels not seen since May 2014. Couple reasons for that. The big one is people are feeling that the Federal Reserve will raise the short-term interest rates very soon rather than later, which made the bond market and the stock market both sell off on that news. If you take a look at the bond chart on the screen, you can see that big red candles down all week long. Short-term trends for mortgage bonds that keep selling off. We've kind of held at a level of support, but then on Friday we broke through that with the gap down there on Friday's candle. So with that in mind, we're going to take the safe route. We're going to recommend locking in your Delaware mortgage rate because there is still further risk downsides. Now, if you're not closing for 45 to 60 days, you could float because we may see a recovery in the bond at these levels being oversold. But if you're closing the next 30 days, things could get worse before they get better. So we're going to recommend locking in your Delaware mortgage rate to start the week. So in economic news, we had the weekly initial jobless claims come out on Thursday, and that came in the highest level since June at 315,000 claims. This was higher than the 300,000 expected, and last week's numbers were also revised higher from 302,000 to 304,000. So jobless claims certainly reversed course from trending lower and are now trending higher, moving above the 300,000 claim mark for the past 2 weeks. We'll continue to watch that, see how that plays out. And then retail sales for August 2014 showed that consumers opened their wallets as retail sales increased by 0.6% and was supported mostly by auto sales. So retail sales were also revised higher for July from 0 to 0.3% gain. So it shows that the economy is picking up. Consumers are more willing to spend. That's definitely a good sign for the economy. And then consumer sentiments to September 2014 was released on Friday. It came in at 84.6. That was an increase from 82.5 in August. And that measures how well the consumers are feeling about the economy. So an increase in that, another good tick for the economy there. And that's what's given the Fed's impetus to raise the short-term rates sooner rather than later, because they're feeling like the economy is coming on strong. Now, with the consumer sentiment being higher, that could mean we're going to have a good holiday week as we run into the last 3 months of the year. Consumers could open their wallet and look to be spending money. And then we also saw business inventories were up 0.4% in July. So increasing inventory is a sign that businesses feel that the economy is picking up and consumers will be spending, because they don't increase inventory unless they're looking for consumers to spend more money. Now the U.S. dollar continues to gain strength against all other currencies with the rest of the world, because the rest of the economies in the world are pretty much struggling. It includes Japan, all the economies in Europe, even China. They're all struggling. That's boosting the U.S. dollar, and that has actually caused the price of crude oil to drop, which is reflected in the price of gas at the pump. That's dropping. Now, one thing it does do, though, is it could hurt U.S. stock market, because higher dollar value makes cost of business across the sea more expensive. So we could see a short-term effect negatively on U.S. stocks that do business overseas. Now, in the housing news, Realty Track released foreclosure filings for August 2014, declined by 9% from a year ago to 117,000 filings. This shows the real estate market continues to improve. Those bad real estate deals are moving out of the system, and most of the system is working on good, normal sales. Now, that foreclosure number includes bank repossessions, default notices, and auctions. In other housing news, the Veterans Administration released their stance on their guidelines for same-sex marriage. They are going to recognize same-sex marriage. But if you are applying for a VA loan, same-sex marriage, you both can be on the loan and get the benefits. Currently, unless it's man and woman married, the other person can't be on the loan unless they're married to get the VA benefits. Now for same-sex marriage, that is applicable, but your turn times for closing will be longer because VA must underwrite the loan. So we as lenders must send them the loan. So that was a good update from the VA there. Now in the local news, the next free first-time homebuyer seminar is this Saturday, September 20th from 10 a.m. to noon in Newark, Delaware at the Christiana Hilton Hotel. And then the next one in Dover is Saturday, October 11th from 10 a.m. to noon at the Dover Holiday Inn. You can register for either one of those events. Give us a call in the office, 302-703-0727, or online, www.delawarehomebuyerSeminar.com. PRMI.com. Now, if you'd like to get a fast, quick pre-approval and close your loan very fast, we can close in 21 days. Give us a call, 302-703-0727. Apply online, www.prmidelaware.com. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.